Hashem should turn His face towards you and and put forth for you shalom. What is Yisa Hashem Panav? Hashem should turn His face towards you. Yichbosh Kaso. He should suppress his anger. It's interesting. You know, the Gemara tells us in Bava Kama, famous Gemara, Kol Omer HaKadosh Baruch Hu Vatron. A person should be a Mavatir. What's a Mavatir? No, you look away. But if a person says HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Vatron, Yivatri Chayui, his life should be compromised. If you say Hashem compromises, the person's life should be compromised. If Hashem is Daina Emes, Hashem doesn't look over any, even the smallest detail. If there's an infraction, meaning if you do tshuva, it's fine. So you've corrected it. But if you don't do tshuva, just because the majority of your actions are positive, but that doesn't in any way correct the minority. If the minority is a problem, it's a problem. That has to be corrected. You have to do tshuva. So therefore, if you say HaKadosh, then he's not Daina Emes. If you say HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Vatron, his life should be compromised. That's a famous Gemara. It says, Yisha Hashem Panav Eilecha, Yichbosh Kaso. When we speak of suppression, what is suppressing something? The anger is there, right? But you suppress it. Yisha Hashem Panav Eilecha, Lo Yichos. What is the kind of, he suppresses his anger. Suppress anger, there is what to be angry about. But at this moment, he's not allowing the prosecution to address that there should be anger. That's the kind of suppressing. This is literally Kolomei HaKadosh Baruch Hu Vatri Yivatri Chayui. Hashem, it's not Hashem doesn't see it, He sees it. You deserve to be punished. But there's a Midas HaRachmim which actually suppresses the Midas Adin. The Akedah, what was the Nisoin of the Akedah? Right? What was the test? So it's an explicit, there's a Chazal, it's a Medrash. The Medrash says that, what did HaKadosh Baruch Hu say, HaKadosh Baruch Hu? He says, you originally said to me that you're going to have a child who's going to be K'kochvei HaShamayim, like the stars. And then you tell me, Haleu La'olah, you tell me to bring him up as a burnt offering. He says, Bikashti lisho v'lo sha'alti. I wanted to ask the question, because how do you reconcile the two statements? V'lo sha'alti. She says, Kishem shekavashti v'lo sha'alti. Just as I suppressed it, I didn't ask. When the Midas Hadin wants to prosecute my children, your Midas HaRachmim should suppress, should be kovesh, the Midas Hadin. I mean, there's what to talk about. There's what to prosecute. But as I had what to ask, and I didn't ask, so here, although there is a Midas Hadin, the Midas HaRachmim should be kovesh, the Midas HaRachmim should be kovesh, the Midas Hadin. So it's Yichbosh Kaso. You know, Shlomo says in Tzad Borza Sheyasto V'lo Yor, right? V'lo Yechto, right? In Tzad Borza Sheyasto V'lo Yechto, there's no perfect tzaddik. So every tzaddik has some degree of infraction. Yisha Hashem Panav Eilecha. So you always need the Yisha Hashem Panav. You always need Yichvosh Kaso. Every person, whoever he may be. The Gemara tells us there were only 4 people in the history of existence who never sinned. 4 of them. Okay? So everybody has some degree of failing. It's Yisha Hashem Panav Eilecha. The Samu Shmi Al Bnei Yisrael V'ani Yavorchem. Yavorch, what? No, because we'll see that's Ani Yavorchem. They are the conduit for bracha. Because the Kohen is the most perfect shevet in terms of they were chosen by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'samu Shmi Yavorchem B'Shem HaMefurish Ani Yavorchem V'li Yisrael Va'askim Ima Kohanim. Meaning, I will agree to the bracha of the Kohanim. So over here, the Sif Chum, he's going to explain Rashi. Maybe, literal, what is Ani Yavorchem? I will bless them. So, but Rashi doesn't say that. I will agree that they should be blessed. So the Chum explains Rashi, what does he learn this way? If Hashem is giving the blessing, so what do we need Kohanim? So it means that the Kohanim will give the bracha, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will endorse the bracha. But the bracha is being given by the Kohanim. I mentioned the Rambam, the Mishnah Berurah cites the Rambam, that if you're a Kohen who's a Rosha, is he qualified to give for Birchas Kohanim? So the Rambam says that the Kohen's not the Mavorich. He's only the conduit for bracha. He learns Ani Avorchem means literally Hashem says, I will bless them. So the Kohen is a Kohen, whether you're Rosh or not, like the Gemara says, Yisrael shechota afi shechota Yisrael. A Jew, God forbid, converts out of the religion. Right? What is he? He's still a Jew. He marries a woman, a Jewish woman, she's his wife. Api shechota, doesn't make a difference. To what degree he sins, he's still a Jew. A Kohen's a Kohen regardless of what. He's a Rosha. He's the conduit for the bracha. But Rashi doesn't learn this. Ani askim ima kohanim. I'll agree that with the kohanim what they want. Davrach ani avorchim the kohanim, because the kohanim bless Klal Yisrael, therefore they themselves will be deserving of the bracha. No. No, the Bechor is the Kohen. The Kohen took the position of the Bechor. Originally, if there wouldn't been Kohanim, the Bechor would have been given Birchas. Yes, it is, but it has nothing to do with us. Howard just took a course on corporal punishment and disciplining. Pach. Okay. Let's give him Pachas here. Let's take a course in Yiddish. No. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is overriding it. When you give the bracha, that will cause my rachmim should be evoked. That will suppress the... Not a merit of conduct. They're the conduit for bracha. By them saying certain words, which HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, you say these words, that will trigger rachmim. It's only the Kohen who actually says those words. Somebody who gets up and says those words doesn't mean anything. Vayi b'yom kalos Moshe lohokim es hamishkon v'yimshech oso b'yom kalos Moshe kalos ksiv yom hakomas hamishkon yisok kala achnosis hadnechneses l'chuppah. Here, the day of the hakomas hamishkon, it was like a bride going to the chuppah. It's kalas. Kalos, kalas. We were the kala. What happened on the day the Mishkan was erected? This is the 8th day. What happened? The Shechina entered into the Mishkan. That itself, that was the chuppah. Okay? We were a kala, which was entering into the chuppah. I once mentioned the name of the shaloch. Friday night we say Ata Kidashta in Shmon Esrei. Here's not engagement. One called betrothal. Okay? Yismach Moshe Mados Chelko. He says, so Friday night, the relationship between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu on Shabbos, it starts at one level, and as Shabbos continues, it intensifies. It starts with Ato Kiddush, that's Kedushin. Yismach Moshe Mados Chelko, that's the Simcha. That's the wedding itself. That's the Chuppah. You have the Chuppah, you have the Simcha. Shal the Shuris, Mincha is Ato Echod. That's the union. That's already the bonding. That's the ultimate level. So that's the reason why brought in Svarim that the Arizal would go to the mikveh a number of times on Shabbos. That even if he would go in the morning, he'd go again in the afternoon. Because as Shabbos continues, the intensity of the relationship increases. It's another level. So you have to prepare for that next level. So even though he went to the mikveh in the morning, he would again go to the mikveh again to be ready to receive the next level of relationship. So that's the ato echod. That's mincha. So the Mishkan was after this was that was Kala and Chnesses L'chuppah, right? The Shechina is entering into the Mishkan, and also Sinai is referred to that, right? Chosn v'Kala. Right? Rashi says over there at the beginning of Hashem Sinai Bo, here, right? Viporon. So Rashi when he says the Shechina came, it was Kekala. It was like the Chosn was going out to greet the Kala. The Shechina came to Sinai. Same thing. Okay, we'll continue.